Good evening, morning, afternoon.
Hello.
What should we say? Hello.
Hello.
I'm Ed Polachek.
I'm Jonathan Polewski.
Or am I Ed Polewski and you're...
I don't even know.
Jonathan Polachek.
I'm one of those two.
So
Yes.
I think you know already what you're going to be in for on March 24th. Once again, we're doing a fabulously wonderful and exciting and interesting collaboration about the musical life of Mozart. And what do you say about Mozart? I mean, he was such a minor figure in music.
That's right. He's probably the most complete composer in all of Western music. He is a composer who, in every single genre, just imagine, he didn't write well in just one genre. There was no genre he didn't write masterpieces in.
Exactly.
All of Western music. Sacred, secular, theatrical, academic, you name it, he wrote it.
Solo, chamber music,
everything.
orchestra chorus,
everything.
opera,
yeah.
everything. Yeah,
Everything.
it really is amazing. And the output is probably one of the largest of any composer. Without borrowing, actually. I mean, he did some borrowing, of course, but not like Vivaldi. You know?
Yeah, there's a much greater degree of originality in the compositions. Like, not as much as would come in the Romantic period, but there's also more works. What I like about it is his ability to plumb the human spirit, the depth of feeling, especially in operatic things. What I like is that when we were planning this, we all had a zillion favorites we wanted to do. Right. I had a list, you had a list, the orchestra had a list, the chorus had a long list, the singers had the longest list of all. Yeah.
And it ended up that we probably would have had to have been there for days or weeks, you know, to do it. And you should know that it's very, very difficult to edit this kind of thing. But I think what we came up with is pretty spectacular. We're bookending the program with Figaro, right? We're doing the very beginning of Figaro, the overture to Le Nozze di Figaro, and then we're going to close with the finale. Right. Figaro. Now, I don't want to give the whole program away, okay? But I can say that they're going to be some of the great favorites of people, right? Like Eine kleine Nachtmusik. I think that even that stunning, one of the last compositions, the Ave Verum.
Ave Verum Corpus. When I die, that's at my funeral.
That's at your funeral.
So you've heard it here. If I drop dead, that's what I want.
That's what you want, and I can't wait to be playing it in whatever synagogue you tell me to be playing
there
that,
you go.
piece.
And the some music for glass harmonica, some of the last chamber music Mozart ever wrote for an instrument invented by Ben Franklin, of all things. So there's even an American connection to this program. And also, I'm interrupting you. Also, this program is the first, well, let me say this again. I'm very sorry. This was the first concert we ever did like this, was Mozart, 11 years ago. And so it's really cool to be revisiting this when I think we do this so much better than we did 10 years ago.
And you know, it's very interesting because we've done several of the composers. I know, as you said, we started with Mozart. I think we then went to Schubert and then Haydn. We had done Beethoven, Bach, Rossini we did last year to close the season. And now we're revisiting Mozart. And you know, it was interesting because I said, I am not going to look at the old program. And I didn't. Although some of the same things, now that we've put it together, have resurfaced from the very first time. But I also think it's interesting from a chronological point of view. I mean, the man only lived for a little over 35 years. But we're going to do a movement from his very first symphony. And we're going to do the last 8 measures that he actually wrote in his life.
You can think of Mozart's death as being one of the great tragedies of history.
Yeah.
You know, we don't often say this because we have so much Mozart. We have, 626 works in the Köchel catalog, and that's not counting things that are lost, things Köchel couldn't find, etc., etc. But, I mean, think of that. His death is one of the great tragedies in human history.
It really is. But I think that well, at least on March 24th, we can revisit, re-enliven, and recreate what Mozart procreated in some of the most spectacular ways that any other composer has ever done.
And
so
we're going to have an incredible time.
Yes.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
We hope you'll join us because I know we're going to have a great time.
A mixture of transcendence and insanity.
There you go.
That's my
I like
promise.
that. There you go. He's the conductor.
You're very